Alright, I'm doing a presentation on Parrish McIntyre. Um, the, the problem is increasing the customer base at Parrish McIntyre. My thesis statement is, by purchasing new equipment and tools, we will increase the customer base by 8% in 1 year. The main points that I will cover are the problems, the issues related to the problems. I will give you a few different various hypotheses. I'll show you the paired choice matrix that I did, the solution and action plan that I put into effect. The problem is the decline base in customers. This is because they are unsatisfied once they leave. Say if something didn't go right, their car broke after it left the lot. So this is actually covered by insurance companies that the mechanics are covered by when they work for the company. So that's not a big deal. Some other problems are the new advances in new technologies with like electric cars. Some of the mechanics do not have the tools to work on them. The issues are higher competitor prices. There's a price sheet going around of our prices compared to other competitor prices that we have. We go by a appointment-based service. So if you don't have an appointment, you can't walk in the door and get your oil changed if you have extra time that day. There's not enough staff to ensure a fast turnaround. So like I said, this is based on the appointments because we don't have a big staff base, so you can't just walk in the door and 15 minutes later walk out the door and have your oil changed. Part of the issues, some of the services are taking too long. The employees cannot perform all the jobs that they need. They are not capable of doing them. We have a tire tech that is just specifically to do tires only, and he's not allowed to do oil changes because he's not certified. Also, we do not have the right equipment to do some of the newer vehicles, like I said previously, like electric cars. Some of that stuff, you have to have special tools. My first hypothesis is, if the number of appointments is exceeded, then the employees cannot keep up with the customers. This relates to the customers not being happy when they leave. Some employees are not cross-trained. Like I said before, they can only do one certain thing. You have to be ASE certified to do any type of mechanical work on a car, say change the alternator, change the starter. So our tire technicians cannot do that kind of stuff. Our turnover rate is really high. We can't keep technicians in. We only have one technician right now. We should probably have 2 or 3. This would solve some of the problem. The wages are low. That results to unsatisfied employees. My second hypothesis is, if supplier prices increase, then our prices will be higher than competitors, which I showed. I have the sheet going around of different prices that we have compared to, you can look up, say Quick Lube is like, I think I've seen $16.95 for an oil change at one of those now. This is because of material costs. If they buy their oil in bulk, we don't buy our oil in bulk, we buy it in case, which only comes 12 to a case, so because we don't do as many oil changes as bigger companies do. And some of the other, the transportation cost increase with the bus systems and stuff will keep people from buying cars, and that hurts us too. And we could also buy local. If we buy our stuff farther away than probably most people do, they probably buy more local. So if we did that, it could solve some of the problem. My third hypothesis is, if the employees lack training, then they will not keep up with the changing automotive market. They can lack motivation. They don't want to move on in the company. They don't want to do the job. They don't want to be a mechanic all their life. And then some of this is because of the training costs are too high when they need to be trained. I know Stark State offers a program for GM. GM specific locations send them to Stark State, but some of them have to pay out of pocket, so the employees can't afford this. We use the paired choice matrix to help find one solution to increase customers, and this is to buy new tools and equipment. If we had new equipment, more people would come in faster, and we could probably get jobs done faster, and the turnover rate would be faster on the cars going out the door. This is my paired choice matrix. As you can see, I used increased wages, close the store, buy direct, or update equipment. The one that came out on the top was update equipment. So that's what I went. The action steps to solve the problem. I made an action plan and solved it, which came down to buy new tools and equipment. We listed out the steps to implement, which, who was supposed to look up the prices on equipment or research how the equipment worked, which was like the store managers and the CEOs, and display the total cost involved for employees. In conclusion, I have told you the problem at Parrish McIntyre, showed you a couple of the issues related to the problem, gave you a few of the various hypotheses, showed you the tools that I used to conclude to come down to the main problem, and the solutions and action plan that I took to review the problem. Any questions?
Can you give an example of a piece of equipment that a newer vehicle would need versus an older vehicle?
One that I think off of their hand is BMWs. The newer models from 2014 to 2016 now, you have to go to BMW to have it done. Like our alignment machine, we can't align them at our store anymore because they're so computer oriented. Anything that you do will change the computer off, and then something else goes wrong. So when I was talking, I overheard my boss talking. They have a alignment machine at BMW that has 10 computer monitors telling it which to do, which step at which time. And we don't have that technology, obviously, because it probably costs quite a bit of money.
Wow. Thank you.